Let's see here. So, hi. Oh, hi. Hi. Yes, I'm still setting up. I know I'm live, but I'm still setting up. So, if you're here, say hi. And I finally made it. Day 31. Vlog every day in August. I made it. Yay. We made it. Yay. I know, it's a lot, guys. I'm so glad. I am so glad it's August 31st. So basically, I could turn the camera off right now. This counts. Bye. Go find your awesome happy running. Yeah, it's been a long month. So yeah, if you're here, give me a thumbs up, say hi, and I'm just gonna get started here in a little bit. I'm trying to figure out what I need to have up on screen. If you can't hear me, let me know. Of course you can't. If you can't hear me, then you can't let me know. It's been a long month. Okay. Please drop any questions in the chat section, and I will answer them as we go. So thanks for being here, and I will keep welcoming you as you guys come in. So before I get too deep into this, I want to talk a little bit about how what August really was. I've got to go back to last year when I tried vlog every day in August, and I do say tried. I was unsuccessful at vlogging every day. In fact, I basically dropped out somewhere around the 25th, which was fine. What I discovered was that during the summer when my son is home, it's actually a challenge to get a video up every single day. And unless I've planned ahead, there's just no way I can fly by the seat of my pants every single day. And last year I did have some of the videos done ahead of time, but I didn't have enough done ahead of time. So about halfway through, I ran out of content, and I also didn't like how it was working for the channel. It's funny because I started vlog every day in April last year, and then I developed this running specific, triathlon specific channel. And then I switched gears again in August. So I really only had a few months to kind of establish myself as a channel. And then it completely went off the rails, and I didn't do running related stuff. I just kind of did my favorite stuff. So I had videos about my favorite Pixar movie, or Pixar shorts, I think was one of them. My favorite Marvel characters, I think that was one of them. Just a lot of, the Throwback Thursday series is a carryover. So if you saw any of those videos, I really enjoyed doing those, but I've actually run out of throwback stories. I didn't quite know how to do more throwback stories. But that's how vlog every day in August went last year. This year, what I was saying earlier this week when I was live, I didn't cheat. This isn't cheating. According to Amy Schmidauer, who developed this whole mess of vlogging every day, she's like, there's no failure and there's no right or wrong way to do it. The idea is to get a video up every single day. And I did that. But what I did is I had to plan way back in May. In fact, I just came across an email between me and Laura Bowers over at Joyful Miles. And it did actually prove to me that, oh yeah, we started talking about our October content back in April. So yay. I had Veda planned since mid-April. So I started scripting and filming content for this month back in May. I had 15 videos done, ready to post, like ready to go on August 1st. I kept going through August, and I was able to keep up, and I was able to stay about a week ahead until probably around the 23rd. Then I started flying by the seat of my pants. And here's what's so amazing about all of this. The lessons that I've learned through vlogging every day, putting videos up every day. The idea of planning ahead, yes, big deal, huge. That got me to day 31. It's the only way. But I also wanted to be flexible. So I had a content idea every single day. And like I said, and like I said, it's hard to keep on top of it. But being flexible, I was talking about being flexible. I had ideas and I had videos completed. And once they were completed, I had them posted, and there were some I even pulled because I would get ideas from you guys. And I would change the idea of the content. And so I would just start completely over. And so a few, there were a couple of times where it's maybe 48 hours out and I didn't like what I had planned for whatever it was, day 15. I don't know, I'm making up a number. Whatever I had planned for day 15, I would say, you know what, I'm just going to pull that and I'm going to start completely over, and I'm going to script, shoot, edit, upload all in like 48 hours. So there were a couple of times I did that because I wanted to give you guys what you want, what the questions you're asking me. I love what Beta has done for not just this channel, but for the community, because I'm meeting people that I don't normally think I would have met otherwise, and meeting virtually. Anyway, so that's kind of what I got out of Beta. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to say hi to Gerald from Res Runs. I know, did you have to like really rush to get to the computer? And yes, pre-producing is a challenge. It's kind of the only way, it's how I'm actually going to get through the rest of the fall, because with September coming up, I'm going to get into that. I already know what I'm going to do for September, unless somebody gives me a couple of ideas. I have everything planned for September because, I'm getting married, this little thing. And it's actually really, there's a lot happening right now, all at the end. We've got about 3 weeks left before the wedding. And then Vlogtober, because I'm going to do a joint thing with Joyful Miles over in October. So lots happening. Stephanie, hi, I'm glad you're here. And Panera Cherry Danish. Oh, see, I have had a smoothie, G, and now I'm hungry. Actually, I had some cheese before I got online, which I should know better. One should not eat dairy products before speaking. So I'm just saying, I don't know if you ever had that issue, but like I shouldn't have eaten cheese. It's been a long month. Wow. Okay. That's not nice. Anyway, so let's see, being flexible. Again, you guys were asking so many good questions. The other thing about how Veda in August last year failed and how I feel like it's been so successful this year is that I kept to the running content. I made sure that every single video I put up had some kind of running content in it. And it's like I was saying at the beginning of the month, I had a lot in my idea pool for just what do I want to talk about? And I still didn't use everything that I had originally planned, like I said, and I would change things up because you guys wanted to see something else. So I wanted to give that to you too. With that being said, I'm tired. I'm really tired, and I'm actually ready to take a really good nap. But here's the funny thing. I actually have another video going up tomorrow. And there's a story behind that too. But yes, Veda plus one. What's one more? What is that cool thing in front of me? That is that is my blue snowball, microphone. Now it looks a lot cooler. Like the actual microphone is just this ball. This ring is a shock kind of ring. So I'm actually really excited about this. I love my little microphone because it really just makes me look like, it makes me look cool. Yeah. So there might be wannabe factor in there. I don't know. That's my blue snowball microphone. And I actually just talked Laura over at Joyful Miles to get one, and she got one. And hers is actually cooler looking. So if you're here, yeah, on the air with Heather. If you're here, say hi, leave a thumbs up, and let me know that that you're here. If you have questions, please ask, and I will get to questions as we go. Yeah, you need to get one. You could get one. You actually have, you have a really good lavalier mic that that I would like to try to get. So at some point, I wanna get with you about your microphones and all of that. No thumbs down. Yes, thank you, G. Thank you. Yes, here's my Tervis tumbler from Walt Disney World Marathon weekend. I actually guard these with my life. Nobody else gets to use them. Actually, one of them is mine. I will, you know, occasionally let my son use it. Only occasionally. So I have, you know, an inkling to kind of start collecting these. I don't know. I don't need the wine glasses, but I love the Tervis ones. So, hi, G-Max Spur. How are you? Brian, I'm glad you're here. And thanks, guys. Thanks, guys, for being here. Thank you for hanging with me throughout Veda. Holy moly. Tomorrow, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's going to happen in September real quick. First of all, like I said, I have another video coming up. And that's going to be the RW subscription box for August. Yes, that video is going up on September 1st. They kind of got behind. I don't know what happened, but I didn't actually get that box until, what's today? Thursday. I didn't get that box till Monday. I was a little frustrated by that because I wanted that video up last Friday. So I had to punt on Friday. And this is kind of the fluidity of putting up a vlog every day that, there's that word again. Gee, you and I have talked about this. I don't like that word, vlog. Video, putting up a video every day. And just needing to be flexible. So I had it planned. Last Friday was going to be the RW subscription unboxing. Didn't happen. And so I had to punt and say, okay, well, it's a Friday favorites. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And so I just said, okay, favorite races, whatever. So the three-way live with, what would everyone think of a three-way live with Res Runs, Joyful Miles, and Running with Grace? We could totally do that. We could totally do that. We'll have to figure that out. One of the things we are working on is getting at least a two-way from our separate corners of the globe of a simultaneous live. I know I can do that to one channel, but what I'd like to do is do that to two channels at once. I don't know if that's possible, but I know it is possible to one channel. And that's kind of what Laura and I are talking about with the Vlogtober concept. We are going to do a lot of joint videos. So we have, okay, I'm just catching up on the chat. It's a family show, guys. Love to see a three-way live with you guys. Yes. Okay. Yeah. This is what I love about what I do. Okay. Okay. And hey, Joyful Miles is chiming in on the plane. Bad service, but major congrats. Thank you very much, you guys. Please be safe. It's going to be hot this weekend. So Joyful Miles, Jackie, and Laura are headed to Disneyland Half Marathon weekend as we speak. And I'm hoping that it's going to be hot. It's going to be hot. And what I am seeing, Run Disney announced a heat advisory. So that worries me. So I hope you guys are going to be safe and just be careful. Hydrate really, really well. Get good rest. Find air conditioning as often as you possibly can. The nice thing about the races, about Run Disney races, is that at least the shorter ones are early, and you're kind of done before the heat really kicks in. It's the half marathon that's going to be a little tough. So, and I saw, okay, Lindsay's in here. Hi, Lindsay. Amy, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. If you are just joining us, leave a thumbs up and ask a question. I've covered a lot of questions this month. So if you, I'm not sure if there are any questions left. Okay, so as I said, they're on their way to Disneyland Half, and I don't know if anybody else cares, but I'm really excited about it. The superheroes medals are out. I'm really, really excited. They are cooler. I think they're cooler than they look online. They look small online, but I'll bet you they're like the rest of the medals, and they're a good size. There's Spider-Man 5K, and you've got Spider-Man on the front of it. Then you have the 10K, the Thor 10K medal, and that's a diamond shape, and you have Thor's hammer on the front, but if you turn it around, you have Loki's horns, which with a green field background, and that is really cool. The half marathon medal is Black Widow's hourglass, which is also cool. And then I am blanking on what the Avengers medal looks like, or the challenge medal looks like. I was just really, really, really excited. And my son was heartbroken because he's too old for the kids races. But the kids race medallion, the rubber medallion, is Rocket and Groot. And I almost didn't want to tell him, because I was like, you can't do this. I'm sorry, you're too old. I may see if we get to Runner Relations on that weekend and the kids races haven't yet sold out. I may just go over and say, he's done these kids races. Can we kind of slide him in? I know he's 9 and the age limit is 8, but what can we do here? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hi, Katie. Welcome. So those medals are out. I'm really excited. I have all of my costumes planned, and I'm starting to accumulate some pieces for it. Very excited about that. I will let you guys, I'm going to get really deep into that stuff in October, when I have everything finished. So I want to actually build that up a little bit, because I'm excited for that. I'm also working on costumes for the Dopey Challenge already. I'm kind of at a loss. I know, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do one of the little green aliens from Toy Story, because Joyful Miles and her crew are doing that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do Perry the Platypus again, but I don't know. So if you guys have ideas for me for the Dopey Challenge, I need 2 more, at least 2 more. Last year, do you already have a favorite costume? A favorite costume, I think my favorite costume is Perry the Platypus so far. And Jillian, thank you for the question. Yes, I think that's my favorite one so far. I made an attempt, my first Run Disney race series, I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. So my costumes were really more like Disney bounds, and they weren't official. They didn't look like, you just saw me wearing all navy and white, and then I had a red fedora. Well, that's Agent Carter, right? So I don't know. I don't know. I might have to get creative. So overwhelmed with the training, don't think I have the brain cells for, I know. I'm actually there now. At least I have superheroes planned. So I know what I'm going to do there. And it's just a matter of, I have to run down to Hobby Lobby and buy some fabric, and that's going to be it. That's going to be pretty easy. Let's see. What else? So what other questions do you guys have? Time for the reveal of the weekend, marathon weekend. Yes, I think the marathon weekend medals will be pretty cool. I have to say, I have to say the question about, my question for you guys is, have you looked at the wine and dine medals and what did you think? Because I was a little nonplussed with them when I first saw them. And I thought, okay, yeah, it doesn't make me want to sign up for them. But okay, but now that I'm looking at them, I kind of like them a little bit. I like them, I'm understanding the theme a little better. So I think I like those. And I think that Figment is it Figment's on the, Figment is on the kids race medal, I think. So I'm excited about that. But again, it's not making me go in there. Wine and dine medals look awesome. They're different from the other races. That's true. That's a good point. You know, when you have, 100 of them, they do stand out in the case. I think the superheroes ones will look different that way too. How many days till my wedding? 23. 23. Well, yeah, 23 days. So that's happening. In fact, I just got a text message from my mom about, paying the photographer. Oh yeah, I suppose we better do that. So I know, is it Katie? You've got one coming up here pretty quick, don't you? Like this weekend? Isn't it this weekend? Anyway, here's a question. I have only one video on my channel from March saying, follow me on my journey to dopey. I haven't updated it since. How do you think of deeper content? Honestly, I watch other videos. I get a lot of my, I get a lot of my ideas from other vloggers, from the podcasts I listen to, from the conversations that I see in my Facebook groups, because so much of the early days of this channel were questions that I see over and over and over and over again. Some of the big ones are, what happens if I miss a few days of training? Am I done for? What happens if, how do I buy new shoes? All of these questions that people ask. And so I combine that with the mistakes and lessons, the mistakes I've made and the lessons I've learned from those mistakes over the 10 years or so, 12 years or so that I've been doing triathlon and running. And I build something that says, okay, if someone could have said this to me 12 years ago, it would all make so much more sense to me. Because this is the problem with wisdom, right? As we get older, we learn these lessons, but our bodies can't keep up with the wisdom. So, there are things that I wish we had learned a while back. So I hope, I don't know if that helps, Lindsay, but if you want some ideas, again, if you're looking for Dopey Challenge, like a Dopey Challenge video update, that's part of what this channel is. So not just the Dopey Challenge training, but everything that I do up until that point. So what's going to happen after Dopey? I'm still going to have something I'm training for. I may or may not ever do Dopey Challenge again. I don't know. I have no idea what 2019 is going to look like or beyond. So I will always have some kind of training. It's just going to depend on what that looks like. So if you want, if you, Lindsay, just put up, one video a week, that's really all YouTube wants from you. YouTube is happy if you put up one video a week. So I hope that helps, Lindsay. Katie, yes. Okay. So 9:30. So you have 29 days until your wedding. Yeah. We'll just have to get together, girl, afterwards. Yeah, we're married. Woohoo, it's over. So that's kind of how I'm feeling. Again, this is my second marriage. This is my second wedding. It's, I really just want to get to the day. Just want to get to the day with everybody speaking to each other. I don't know if that's where you're going from there. Training question: as a runner and a triathlete, would the Dopey Challenge be good base training in working up to an Ironman? Depends on the Ironman. If so, what would be your recommended timeline between Dopey and an Ironman? Your first Ironman of the season, if you're looking at a full distance, 140. See you, Brian. Okay, bye. What I would say is, if you're doing a full Ironman branded event, your first full is scheduled for May. That is Memorial Herman. I don't know which one you're doing. Anything after that? Yes, here's what I would say about that. Yes, it would be amazing base training. If you do two things: you recover properly after the Dopey Challenge, which means you aren't running, like really running hard for at least 2 weeks. And any time on your feet, you're basically walking, getting your heart rate up. You could do some spinning, but again, everything has to recover. If you think of, there is one metric out there that says for every mile you are racing, you need to take a day of rest. Now, that depends on your version of rest, because if rest means, okay, I'm going to go for a recovery walk, that's one thing. And I'm actually going to get into this on Tuesday's video. I have something called active recovery, and I'm going to talk a lot about that. So if you recover properly from Dopey, then that you will build a great base. That's just going to pole vault you to Ironman. I would be very careful of what training plan you look for unless you're going to hire a coach. If you hire a coach, that, in my mind, that's the best way to go, because a coach is going to meet you where you are. That's what I did when I trained for Ironman Coeur d'Alene, and he got me all the way up to that race. If you can't afford a coach, there are some really good, you know what? I'm gonna write this down. There are some really good training plans out there, and I'm gonna see if I can get back with you, Amy. Ironman training plans, because there are some good ones out there, and then there are some ones out there that make a lot of assumptions about your level of fitness. So it becomes a question of, well, what do you want to get out of it? Do you want to just finish? And I don't mean just finish, but if your goal is to cross the finish line, have Mike Riley say, hey, you are an Ironman, that is a noble enough goal. I think, Amy, if that's something you want to do, that's a really good place to start. What else? So yeah, Amy, we can have a longer conversation about that, I think. You want Wine and Dine half medals, 2-course challenge, and the Kessel Run. Yes, I really, really, really want to do the Kessel Run. I am one of those people, though, with Run Disney. Like, if they decide that they're not going to do Disneyland, I'm not saying they are, okay, before everybody freaks out. If Run Disney says, you know what, we're going to take a year off, or we're never going to do another Disneyland race, yes, I would be disappointed. That would be really sad, because it's closer for me. Disneyland races are closer for me. It's easier for me to get there. On the other hand, I mean, I get it. Races are expensive. They're hard to do. And yes, our registration is expensive, but that doesn't even cover the cost of the race. So I'm just, yeah, I hope that the Kessel Run happens. We'll just have to keep a very close eye on what's happening this weekend in particular. I think I made this prediction earlier. I think we will hear something, if not by the end of the Disneyland half weekend, we will hear something within a week or two about Lightside. I don't know. I think. Let's see. Claire. Oh, hi, Claire. Claire's here. Your channel, especially the motivation piece, helped me get through the San Francisco Giants race. Oh, good. Thank you, Clara. Congratulations on your race. I'm glad that worked for you. That's great. I love that. I love hearing people just go find their awesomeness. So good. Yay. So congratulations, Claire. Yeah, I said it. I said it. And, you know, I don't know. Sorry, G. Let's see. What else can I say? Somebody asked me a while back about what I wear. It was after, the laundry video. Who watched me do my laundry? That one. It's like, wait, she's doing a video on laundry. No, I wasn't scraping the bottom of the barrel. It was a really good idea, I think. So with doing my laundry, somebody asked me, what do I wear on my runs? And I wear what's comfortable, which is a stupid thing to say maybe, but I wear technical fabrics. I can't remember the last time I wore 100% cotton on a run of any kind. I don't even wear 100% cotton on like just a walk, an afternoon walk around the neighborhood. I will switch into either running clothes or technical fabrics of some kind. Just, I don't know. It's just cooler. It's more comfortable. I will wear technical fabrics all day long if I could. But let's see, with the video, the laundry video, somebody asked me what brands I wear. One of my favorite brands is Athleta, and yes, that's a little pricey. But what I have noticed about Athleta, and this is women's specific stuff, is that it is built to last. You get what you pay for. That stuff that I bought 5 or 6 years ago is still going strong. So I find that their fit is very comfortable. I don't care for Lululemon. It just doesn't fit me right. That's not to say that it's not a good brand. It just doesn't fit me right. There are some other ones out there that I don't really care. You find tech stuff scratchy, you love cotton, except it soaks up everything. Yeah, I have to, with the tech stuff, I don't know. I have the opposite problem, G. It's, I'm not comfortable in cotton. I'm wearing cotton right now and I'm like, it's getting warm up here. So I wear Athleta clothes. My favorites are, I just bought some skirts. They have really cute skirts for summer. They have great capris. I like, and I tend to wear more of these than anything. Brooks has a really nice tech tee or tank tops. So I like Brooks. I also like Saucony capris. I will buy them in every color if I can. So Saucony bullet capris. And those are the ones with the big pockets on the side. They're big enough for your phone. I think a lot of brands are picking up on that idea. Phones are getting bigger. The armband isn't comfortable for a lot of people, and we're looking for options to just put it on our person as opposed to, just one extra thing to carry. So a lot of brands are building the big pockets into the clothing. So that's what I look for, because I want to carry my keys and I want to carry my goo and I want to carry my phone and all of that. And so that's what I wear when I'm out running. So the other thing about what I purchase, especially for costumes, again, it's gotta be, for me, it's gotta be tech fabric. I don't care if it's the cutest Mickey Mouse shirt and it's just perfect for a run costume. If it's cotton, nope, I won't do it. You can't make me. You can't make me. I'm also out in tank tops in 55-degree weather. So I don't know, do with that what you want. But I wanted to mention that. Okay, Lindsay, I have my proof of time race in just over 2 weeks. Absolutely terrified. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. So how aggressive is your goal, Lindsay? I'm curious, because If you taper properly, if you're 2 weeks out, and I'm guessing you're doing at least a 10 miler, maybe a half marathon. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because if you're training for goofy or dopey, you need at least one of those for your proof of time. If you taper right, you might be surprised. And I did a video on this yesterday. So take a look at that and start making adjustments maybe to your training. Dropping cross training right now is probably good. You want to recover from what you already have. At this point, you're half gunning for, at the very slowest, 230. I think that's a perfectly valid goal. Is that a normal for you? Is that a personal best for you if you go for 230? Because if you've done that before, your body's going to remember doing that. The other thing too, and it's something that I keep saying, is that so many of my runs are super, super, super slow, 13-minute miles. And I will add in my speed training, and the speed training makes it all of a sudden I'm cranking out 9-minute miles during my speed training. And what that is doing, it trains your body to move like that when you need it. And that's the taper. That's where the taper comes in. And if you watch the video that I put up yesterday, that's going to give you all of the information you need. But the short story is reduce your mileage, not completely. And you say you're in great shape leg-wise right now, and your last half, you were running with blisters and strong. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're healthy and stay that way, I see no reason. The other question that I would have for you too is to just look at the course map. That was my mistake during Prairie Dog. I did not look at the course map. I did not realize how bad those hills were. So if you're in good shape and you taper properly, drop heavy weight training, do planks, push-ups, all that good stuff. But for the next week, start reducing the number of miles, reducing the intensity of the miles. Amy, you were asking earlier with the Ironman. When I was training for that, it was funny. I would have literally a 15-minute run. Yes, Amy, roll and stretch consistently. Really focus on that recovery, getting hydrated. I think you might surprise yourself if you taper the right way. And that's the challenge of having such a long training plan for the Dopey Challenge. How do you adjust in the middle of it when you have, oh, I want to do this half marathon over here, or this, zombie run or whatever it is in October. So you have all of these opportunities to do these other races. Some coaches will say, nope, you're not racing, forget it. I've actually had a coach that did that, and not my coach right now, but at that time, I wanted to do these proof of time races, and she basically said, no, let's get your heart rate down. Okay, fine. Some coaches will say, nope, no extra racing. And by racing, all out full blown effort. You can participate in races, but if you're going for full-blown effort, that adds an element to the Dopey Challenge training, right? Because what you're doing for 29 weeks of Dopey Challenge is just steady run, steady run, steady run, day off, steady run, day off. And there are a lot of great things to that. But once you start throwing in an extra race like this POT, that's where you have to make the adjustment. And when you look at that training plan, I do this. You look at that training plan, you say, oh my gosh, I have to do a 9-mile run a week before, my half marathon, or I have a speed workout 3 days before this POT that I want to do. Forget it. Just let those go. You have to adjust as you go, because just because it says it on the training plan doesn't mean that you will get penalized if you don't do it that way. There is the long game, which for a lot of us right now is the dopey challenge. Then there's that short game of, okay, I want a good proof of time. So taper down and then be ready to hit the start line, ready to go, nail that proof of time, take some time after to recover, maybe a week or so. You know, don't jump right back into it with some hard stuff. Take a few days, 2 or 3 days off completely, like put your feet up and binge watch something. Then go back and build back up slowly. You can jump right back in where you were on your Galloway plan or whatever plan you're using. I'm sorry, I'm kind of assuming that you're doing Galloway. A lot of people do. But yeah, okay, so yeah, it's not too bad. There are 3 hilly moments, but not so, okay, good. Yeah, and last mile or 2 is downhill. How do you find races like that? I always find races that have an uphill at the end. What is that about? That's kind of rude. Tapering, rest and recovery with video work is very difficult. And you have, that's right, G, you've got a 10 miler on Saturdays. That's your hot chocolate run, I think. And are you doing the Daytona again? Because I loved watching that video. Yeah, so I hope that helped, Lindsay. I think you're gonna be fine, but I would love to hear how that goes. So that's coming up, what, 9 days? Did you say that's in, yeah, 9 days. You're, oh, just over 2 weeks. Yeah, you'll be fine. Okay, guys, one more time. If you are here just joining us, please give me a thumbs up. I'm so glad you guys are here. Leave questions and all that good stuff in the chat. I had another question that somebody asked me with the update video that I did a couple of weeks ago, where I gave you a little snapshot of every day. Some of you were asking what I do for my cross training, all of that BOSU work and all of the weight training and stuff. Real quick, I did the Hottie Body Fitness 1 month challenge. If you've heard of it, if you're in the Team Run Disney Facebook pages, you might have seen Ken Allegre with his hashtag Ken Thumbs Up. He posts an update every single day about what his training was. And I was intrigued by that. And I thought, okay, well, what the heck is this? So back in July, I started looking into it. I was really starting to feel that a lot of my upper body strength, and I mentioned this a while back, that I was starting to feel weak. Upper body strength was going, and a lot of my, just generally speaking, I just wasn't feeling very good about myself. So I wanted something that was going to be quick and dirty every day, and it was going to be different, and it was going to just shake up the routine. So I tried it. This, I used only the strength training stuff. I didn't use the whole program. It's a much, much bigger program. And later on, I will leave a link to that in the chat or in the description. But I used the strength training, and she has videos. It's fitness, FITZNESS.com. Excuse me. And she does have a YouTube channel with all of these videos in it. And so I did a little bit every day, and I get into a rut and I get bored really easily. So if it's the same thing over and over and over again, I'm like, okay. But this was 31 days of something different every single day. And they're short, they're effective. Some days it was 5 to 7 minutes of high intensity, really hard work. And it helped. I feel stronger. I lost 5 or 6 pounds just by adding the weight training. I've leveled off, and I think that's because I'm actually adding the muscle back on. So I am going to do something different for September. If you guys have any ideas for what I can do for strength training, cross training in September, I'm still going to be cycling a little bit more. I'm not getting back into 4 or 5 days of running just yet. I really want to. It's driving me nuts. But if you guys have ideas for strength and cross training, I would love to hear from you. Okay. The other thing was the BOSU work that I've talked about before. That was a while back. The BOSU, actually what I found out going to physical therapy this week, a couple of those exercises I've been doing wrong, and I have been doing myself a disservice. So I will talk about that on my weekend update about what the physical therapy ended up doing for me. So yeah. Oh yeah. Stephanie, yes. Good luck. Good luck, Lindsay. I think it'll be cool. I definitely think you're going to make that happen. Doing the Galloway method, Lindsay, which works out. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Man, you couldn't have done that better. Good luck on the 17th. Yes. Good luck anyone racing this month, because we are coming up on the, we're coming up on 1 month out from Dopey Challenge POT due date, right? So a lot of us are racing. I've got the Arvada half. No, I'm not doing the half. I'm doing the 10 miler. Arvada 10 miler in a week and a half. Yep, 9 days from now. And a lot of you guys are racing this weekend. So go get it. Go find your awesome. Okay. Res runs October 3rd. Ooh, wow. That's like, isn't that, oh, that's the deadline. Dopey deadline. Yes, thank you. Strength and cross training gets much more difficult as the training plan adds more miles. Oh, you ain't just whistling Dixie. Yeah, school has started here. Excuse me. And I'm really struggling, guys. The sun comes up later. It's 6:30 before the sun's even up. It's 6 o'clock before it's even light out. And I can see from here, it's going to be a tough fall. If I'm already struggling with the shorter days, I'm not really sure how that's going to go. We're getting into the 50s now in the mornings, which is nice. But we're still up in the 90s, I think it's going to be 92 today. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm struggling. And then adding in the extra stuff. Today I didn't even the only thing I did today was I walked my kid to school. So I got a 45-minute active recovery walk in there. That was good. But I'm tired. I blame Veda. I do. I blame Amy Schmidauer. That's my story. I'm sticking. Sure, rub it in. Mid-70s. Well, see, yeah, but you live like, I don't know. I think there's a trade-off there, G. If you, I think you live right next to Disney. I don't know. I think I would only do one thing every day, and that would be go to Walt Disney World. I would live there. Sorry, I didn't mean to rub it in. I really don't. But see, we will have ice, and it won't be long before we have ice. It'll be, in fact, probably, so it usually snows at least once in the first week of October. And it's usually a pretty nasty snow. So we start looking at that. And once we get into the 20-mile runs, those are the ones that are hard, because if it snows, luckily in Denver, and this is not the case in the mountains, Denver is not the mountains. The high plains don't get a lot. Well, we get a lot of snow, but it's usually gone within a couple of days, which is nice, but not always, because the ice will linger. If it's particularly cold, if we get a cold snap, that ice just sticks and it doesn't go anywhere. And so those are the ones where it gets hard to say, okay, where can I run that it's not icy? Oh, hi. I'll give you a round of applause for being silly, sexy, and sassy. Yes. And hey, Nicole is here from Shape It Up. If you haven't checked out her channel, go do that. She is 8 different kinds of awesome in any given minute. And, you know, she's just so cool. So check her out. Nicole's got a great fitness channel, and I love watching her videos, and she made it. Did you make it all the way through, Nicole? I think you did. I saw you go live. And by the way, happy belated birthday. I am sorry I missed it. I know you posted on your birthday, and I'm just happy birthday. So everybody say happy birthday to Nicole, okay? Because she's so cool. Okay. What else can I tell you? What other questions do you guys have? I'm going to wrap it up here in about 10 minutes, not because I don't like talking to you. I love talking to you. I'm just getting really, really warm. I have to post still rendering. Yeah. And Nicole, if you haven't checked out Gerald's channel, you should do that too. Any other Veda vloggers in here, or just video channels in general? Let me know, because we made it. We made it. Yay! Like I said, I am actually going to put up another video tomorrow, and I'm going to put up another video on probably Sunday. Who did you say? Rez Runs. He's in here. Gerald at Rez Runs. He's amazing. Okay, he's my friend. He's my friend. Okay, so another thing I wanted to mention, guys, before I wrap it up, I am talking about September. And Veda was a lot of fun because I got to kind of clean out my idea pool. I got I gave you guys a lot of content that I just have been kind of itching to, yes, shape it up. Yep, G, you got it. So the September calendar is kind of funny because, as tired as I am from vlogging every day, I want to add a third video per week. And I want to get your thoughts on this. Okay, so I'm going to keep doing my personal training updates on the weekend. And that's going to be, in fact, in September, after the Ayurveda 10 miler, I will start getting into actually Dopey Challenge training, because I haven't. I am training for that, but only because I've got other races that I'm trying to nail some goals down. So Dopey Challenge for me hasn't officially started yet, which is weird. I just got my calendar from Coach Christine, which is awesome. But September, you will be getting those updates, those training updates, which I won't put one up on the 23rd. I'm just saying I'm going to be kind of busy that day. I'll be getting married that day. So, you know, I don't know. I might have a wild hair, and sometime in the afternoon, I'll just go live from my phone and be like, yeah, I'm waiting to get married. I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen. But the other thing I want to tell you about, yes, I'm going to keep doing the Training Tuesday videos. I will post every Tuesday with more information, like just those informational videos. I have a few out there. One of you asked last week about, should you run when you're sick? I want to talk about that. How far should you run? What is good running practice as far as how far you need to run or how long you need to run? And I think that's a really important question. But this coming week, I am going to talk about active recovery, somewhere in between complete and total rest and binge watching on Netflix and full-blown effort. There is a very wide gray area, and I want to tell you a lot about that coming up next week. The other thing I want to do, guys, is add a third video per week. And should Dave run in his tux? Ooh, that's a good question. I will ask him. He's poor guy. He's so busy all the time. We actually, I want to get back to what I'm doing in September. Wow, I'm all over the place, guys. Sorry. Dave and I have been exchanging texts, like just going, Hey, so I know you're busy and, do you want to get together? Well, maybe, I don't know. But at least I'll see you on wedding day. That's kind of where we're at right now. So it's just getting, yes, third video. Third video. I don't know what that's going to look like. I'm experimenting with it. It was a thought that I had earlier this fall, earlier this summer. You guys are asking for a lot of great content, and I want to deliver. I'm going to do either Thursday or Friday. I haven't decided how that's going to work yet. So it will be a third. It'll be kind of a bonus video. I'm just trying it out for September to see if it's really doable in the craziness that is getting ready for this wedding. But for the third video this month for September, I do want to do some tutorials, some foam rolling videos, a foam rolling video, a stretching video tutorial, like what's good stretch, what's not so good for runners. I want to talk about dynamic warm-ups. You guys have kind of noticed that I do my silly toes, and I've done that before every single run for the last year and a half, and it's worked out very well. But I want to tell you a little bit about the dynamic warm-ups and why that's different than stretching, and why in some cases it's better. So that is coming up. And then I want to say it was back in, I don't remember when it was. It was forever ago. I did the Saucony Stride Lab, and there are two parts to it. And this Saucony Stride Lab is an app and I think it's only for iPhone. But what it does is it evaluates your strengths and your weaknesses. And I did part 1. Okay. So I did this 7-part evaluation, and I ended up, I put it up and I'm like, look, Saucony Stride Lab, part 1. I want to say that was in February. I haven't gotten around to part 2. So I'm hoping that in September, I will get to part 2. The problem is I need at least 2 people. There's me, who's actually doing, running and evaluating the stride. I need to have my phone doing one thing. And then I also, if I'm going to actually shoot it, I have to have my camera on a tripod and all of that stuff. So I will need a cameraman. So I've got to recruit Dave, the next time I see him. The other problem is too, that it's so dark and gloomy in my basement that on the treadmill, I don't know if the lighting's any good. So we have to kind of punt. So that is what I'm planning. If you guys have thoughts on what you want to see for a third video, they're going to have, my thought is they'll have a theme. Okay. Hey, G, you know what? I'm taking off too. So I'm going to shut her down here. Thank you so much, G, for coming in, and we will chat soon, darling. Yes, we will. All right, guys. But that's what's happening for September. So if you guys have any questions, please throw them in here. I'm going to be on for a few more minutes just to say one last thank you. Great, Amy, thank you. Third video ideas. I think I want to do that, but see, here's the funny thing. So after September, I'll have 3 videos a week, excuse me, for the month of September. And then in October, I'm, joint Vlogtober with Joyful Miles. So I will be doing 15 videos for October. No big deal, whatever. Yes, take time for the wedding too. I do have to start shifting gears. Now that Veda is over, now that I know what I'm going to do in September, I can kind of put that on autopilot for a little bit. I do have to start planning some things. I went shoe shopping yesterday, guys. Katie, I don't know if you're still here, but shoe shopping. Yeah, I discovered the world of Italian designer shoes. No, no. I'll take my Saucony guides. I will spend my shoe money on Saucony. Wow. Anyway, Lindsay, plan for my sister and I is the Monday following Dopey. We're hitting breakfast at Chef Mickey's to get your medals signed. Oh, wow. What a great idea. Lindsay, that's a fantastic idea. So there is a character breakfast at Chef Mickey's, and we did this a few years ago with my kid and loved it. Had so much fun. That is a phenomenal idea, Lindsay. Ooh, I don't know if I'll make it. I actually have a pretty good itinerary. Ooh, if you're still here and haven't heard. So one more time, Res runs Joyful Miles, Running with Grace, meetup, January 5th, Friday, sometime in the afternoon, somewhere on the boardwalk. If you guys didn't know that was coming, that is coming. So I know Gerald just left, and I know Joyful Miles, they're on a plane, but that is happening. And I'm really looking forward to that. I want to keep reminding you guys of this because I know when we create our itineraries, we want to do, Lindsay, you're there. I'm just so OCD when it comes to planning stuff like this. I just have January, yes, in January, January 5th, during the Dopey Challenge weekend, Walt Disney World Marathon weekend. That's it, guys. That's all I'm going to say right now. Thank you guys for being here. Definitely give me a thumbs up if you haven't already. Oh, yay! You're going to be in Disney in either January or February. That will be fun. I hope you can join us if you're down there. So again, thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. We made it through beta. Drop the mic. Life is good. Hey guys, thank you so much for being here. This was a lot of fun. I'm not sure when I'm going to do another live video. Like I said, these are going to be kind of challenging coming up in the next month. But I love these live videos. So thank you so much. Amy, thank you. Very kind. So I will see you tomorrow, actually. Like I said, I got a video coming up tomorrow. And then I got another one on Sunday. So I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, guys. It's the third weekly live. Yeah, that's going to be hard to do because I could. I have to think about that, Stephanie. See, now you got the wheels turning. This is what I get. This is what I get. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I am going to sign off. And if you guys have questions, please, or comments, suggestions, shoot me, shoot me information in the comments section later on. Send me a message, a direct message via Twitter if you like. You can head over to my Facebook page, Grace and Pretzels. All of that is in the description box. Otherwise, seriously, guys, you guys have been amazing all month long. Don't worry, those videos aren't going anywhere anytime soon. I am going to keep them up so you can keep going back if you missed a few. I know I'm going to have to like binge watch a lot of videos just to kind of keep up. So thank you so much. I'm out of here. Get out there. Go find your awesome. Until next time, happy running. And I got to turn this off. All right, I can never turn this off. Okay. Okay, guys. Mwah. Love you. Bye.